Mother's Day is approaching in the US. If there's one thing you do today, other than honor a mama you're grateful for, it's listening to this mother's story from Gaza. Her name is Sundus. In October of 2023, Sundus was 8 months pregnant when she was critically injured in an Israeli airstrike. Doctors at Al-Shifa hospital rushed her into an emergency delivery to try to save her life and save her baby girl. Her daughter, Bisan, was born prematurely, too early, too small, and into a Palestinian healthcare system crumbling under the weight of a siege and constant attack. Mother and daughter were separated almost immediately. Bisan needed intensive care. Sundus was fighting to survive. As hospitals in Gaza ran out of fuel, medicine, and the ability to provide basic care, not because they don't have the expertise, but because they have been deliberately deprived of the resources to sustain life. So Bisan was evacuated to Egypt, and Sundus stayed behind in Gaza. She never got to hold her daughter. Not when she was born, not in the days after, not in the months that followed. 2.5 years of this passed. 2.5 years of Bisan being denied the embrace from her mom, of being in an unfamiliar place on her own, of coming into the world without the person who brought her into it by her side. And then finally, a couple of weeks ago, Bisan and Sundus were reunited for the first time. The years of forced separation ended with finally being able to be in each other's arms. Finally, they had a glimmer of hope amid years of uncertainty, grief, and family separation. Finally, Sundus got to see her daughter smile. Finally, Bisan got to be in her mom's arms. The sad reality is that not every family gets this ending. Not every child is able to access care. Not every parent survives. Not every family gets reunited. Even when Gaza is no longer dominating headlines, families are still living through the physical and emotional injuries caused by what experts call a genocide and the destruction of every system meant to keep people alive. Sometimes it can feel overwhelming to bear witness to these stories, like there is nothing meaningful we can do from far away. But we have more power than we think we do. We can honor Sundus and Bisan's story. We can refuse to look away. And we can keep showing up for the children and families of Gaza, turning solidarity into action they can feel every day in tangible ways. Hundreds of people will gather in Dallas for UNRWA USA's 2026 Gaza 5K, a day dedicated to raising funds to directly support UNRWA's psychosocial and mental health programming for children in Gaza. We will hope and fight for a reality where every child can be reunited into their loved one's arms. We cannot erase the immense loss of life we have witnessed in Gaza, but we can take action together, and when we do, it all adds up towards something bigger than all of us. For Sundus, for Bisan, for every mother and child who are still waiting to be reunited. Here's to building a world where Palestinian children can live in safety and in dignity. Happy Mother's Day. May every mother get the chance to hold her child close.